Shall we get my next guest out? Yeah! OK, now, I'm a huge fan of these fellas and their comedy show. It's a great show, and I know it's not necessarily, you know, something that everyone's encountered, so I wanted to big them up before they came out, and I wasn't sure how to describe them, so I thought, I know what I'll do. The whole family love their show. It's called The Mighty Boosh. I'll ask the kids, how would you describe them? Because they're huge fans, OK? I said, you tell me how you describe them. This is what they told me. My teenager, Betty, who's a bit cool these days, she said, oh, I don't know, like two dudes from, like, a sort of comedy show. Right? So I asked my 9-year-old, Honey, and I said, how would you... She said, I don't know, I just love the show. I said, well, how would you... If your friend was round and you were asking her to watch the new DVD they've got out, they've got a live DVD, how would you persuade her? She said, they're the best and I think you'll love them. Before they come out, let's see them at work. There you go. Will you please welcome Noel and Julian, the Mighty Boosh. Okay, well, now, for people who aren't familiar, which one's Julian and which one's Noel?
I'm Julian.
Julian Barrett, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Noel Fielding. Together they are the Mighty Boosh. But in the series, on the show, and when you do your live things, you have different names, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Vince.
You're Vince Noir?
Yeah, Vince Noir, rock and roll star.
Okay. And?
Howard Moon.
Greasy Spoon.
Where did the name, the Mighty Boosh, originate, and does it mean anything?
Well, we didn't want to be called Barrett and Fielding, did we? Because we thought that sounds a bit rubbish.
That would have been the obvious route to take, I guess.
Sound like accountants. So
yeah.
we thought maybe just give it a bit of an abstract name.
Yeah, and my brother, who's in the green room, who plays Naboo, he had sort of curly hair when he was little. It's gone quite straight now, but it used to be like a big afro, sort of MC5 hair.
So a big...
Yeah, and he had a little friend who's like, I think he was Portuguese or something, and he used to go, you've got a mighty Boosh. I thought it was funny.
Is that an accurate Portuguese accent?
It sounded a bit...
Well, none of us can beg to differ, because, of course, I don't know any Portuguese folk.
That's accurate.
OK, now, the show, it's kind of changed quite a lot of these, because the first series I saw, it felt very different to the way the second series appeared and then the live tour. It was kind of much smaller in scale, I guess, or...
Yeah.
What happened in between? Was it the show you wanted to make initially and then it changed, or...?
We got, the second one? We got a bit better at writing, didn't we? And we got our vision started to get... We didn't quite know how to make it, because we had all these crazy ideas, and we didn't quite know how to make them, because we haven't got a very big budget, so... But then we started using back projection and stuff, didn't we? And lots of... I don't know, we just got better at it, actually, didn't we? First show, we weren't sure, were we? What we were doing.
I think Julian's still not entirely sure. Now, you do fairly different things. I know you write the show together, but you have different skills.
We have different strings to our bows.
Yeah.
OK, what do you specialise in? What are the two areas that you claim as yours?
I specialise in jazz fusion guitar playing.
He's the fastest in Leeds.
Yeah, he's got a plaque from the mayor of Yorkshire. Yeah, and, you know, you do the visuals, I do the music, and he does this.
So you're the artist in that respect, and you're the musical artist?
Yeah. The eyes and the ears.
The live show was great. I went to see the live show with my family, and, you know, I think it helped to have seen the series, because a lot of the characters you need to be familiar with, and it's a strange universe you've created. It is kind of quite self-contained. Tell me about some of the characters. Tell me about who is Old Greg, for example, and where did Old Greg come from?
He's the funky merman.
There's a picture of Old Greg. Okay.
Look at him. He's a bit frightening, isn't he? The thing about Old Greg is he's got a vagina.
Oh.
Well, he's got a mangina.
He's got a mangina, yeah.
In the same place as a...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Doesn't light shine out of it?
Yeah. He's a sea transsexual, isn't he?
Yeah, funky sea transsexual.
And he sort of, light comes out of his vagina and sort of hypnotises you.
See, this is reality to us. It's not unlike Doctor Who, really. It's just,
Let me ask you about an episode which became a firm favourite in my house, the one where the two of you were washed up on a desert island, and it featured, is it Milky Joe, who was the character?
Okay. Milky Joe, yeah.
Milky Joe, yeah.
We sort of started making friends, didn't we, out of coconuts.
And then we wrote the show.
Yeah.
So there's you, there's Howard Moon, you playing Howard Moon, And is that Milky Joe
That's
you're
Milky
with?
Joe down there, yeah.
That's Milky Joe the coconut. So it's a bit like a Castaway vibe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, it was from that, watching that, you know, with Wilson, whatever.
Yeah.
But then we actually wrote it as a small sketch where we started making friends out of coconuts, but then it ended up sort of becoming a whole episode.
And what happens is he makes a sort of fella, he makes Milky Joe, a sort of French intellectual, and I make a woman, and he hasn't thought of that, and he's really annoyed. So he tries to dress Milky Joe up as a woman. And I go, that's just Milky Joe in a wig, and he's furious.
I'm interested. Do you ever think, okay, I mean, you're big. You have a very passionate following. Okay, and as I said, in my house, you know, the wife's addicted, the kids are addicted, and I love your stuff as well. But I think a lot of people watch and say, okay, this is just too crazed for me.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered toning it down? Are there people around you who say, you know what, maybe backpedal on the coconut abuse storyline and just stress the desert island thing, which is more friendly for people, and they can jump on board and enjoy the Boosh experience before they have to encounter a man living with a coconut?
Yeah, we've done it all the wrong way around, haven't we?
I know. But what happened is we wrote it and we didn't really realise it was weird. And everyone was going, what's this? And we were like, what do you mean? We thought it was quite normal, didn't we?
We should point out that the music in the show is very good as well. I mean, the look of the show is lovely. It's a fantastical world, and if you haven't seen the show, you should get it out on DVD. And also, there's a Mighty Boosh, the live DVD is out next week as well, which I watched with the kids. We went to the live show, which we loved. The DVD is fabulous as well. And this is all your artwork, isn't it?
Oh,
I
well,
guess?
actually, Bolo did that.
Yeah.
He's a graphic designer.
Really?
Yeah.
Bolo the gorilla?
Yeah, but not...
He's not a real gorilla.
Well, he is. Don't spoil the magic.
But I love the songs in it as well, which I believe you write all of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, thanks, yeah. I do, yeah.
But we got a new one we're working on, haven't we? Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it. Okay, this is the first time you performed this in public?
Yeah, it's a work in progress, so,
Okay.
you know, don't storm the stage.
Don't
right?
judge him. Don't judge him too harshly.
He doesn't want to do it.
He's loving this experience. He's loving it.
Are you ready?
What?
No? He doesn't want to do it. Oh, I did a twisty, a little twisty, twist him up, twist him down, twist him all around like a cobra, dancing to the music of the pipe, the pipe, the pipe, the pipe of life. Choice.
I think that was... now, you two fellas. Now, look at you two. You're embarrassed now.
I'm nearly 40.
Yeah, but that was a joyous thing, and you shared your creativity, and yet you seem a little embarrassed to be putting that out in front of people. Is that because you're not in character right now?
Yeah, I need to get probably into my character.
Into the
before
Howard
I
Moon
can-
vibe?
It's sort of just, I feel a little bit awkward, you know, in situations like this.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know,
feel
so-
awkward all the time, going into
Yeah,
a shop,
I know.
getting out of bed. That's his look, the awkward look.
When you toured, how long was the tour? How long did you tour the UK for with the Boosh show?
3 or 4 months, was it 3? It was getting longer and longer.
Quite a big chunk. We're going to show a clip of it now. Am I right in thinking that you enjoyed yourself recreationally as much as is humanly possible while on tour?
Yeah, that's true. I gave Keith Richards
Yeah.
a run for his money.
Yeah, because I know that you kind of went a little bit mad afterwards, didn't you?
No, you did. You were like a sort of Vietnam soldier who didn't know the war was over. Like, you were still in the jungles going, where's... You know, and like, I was going, the tour's finished.
Okay, this is the clip of the Mighty Boosh Live. The DVD is out now, and it's just great fun. This is the Boosh Live. That's the Mighty Boosh Live. But man, it's a lot of work went into that show, because the first bit there is kind of stand up here, and you come out, and Bolo comes out, and Naboo comes out, and various people come out and do a bit of... And then the second half of the show was a whole fantastic adventure.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Singing Ringing Tree a bit. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, we like that, don't we?
Yeah, we were quite into all that Mr. Ben sort of 70s weird psychedelic kind of TV.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
Captain Beefheart.
Yeah, nice adventures. You two obviously get along very well, very close, but you seem very different sort of people. You seem very gregarious, quite at ease socially, and quite
know
clean.
what that means.
Whereas you seem as though you haven't washed your hair for a while, and you're quite uncomfortable being exposed in the glare of a public show like this.
Yeah, that's true. That's all.
Do you think that works because you're so different?
I guess so, yeah. We're pretty... In that way. We're quite similar in other ways, though.
Yeah.
You know, sexually, philosophically. But I think, yeah, you've always been a bit uncomfortable, whereas I've always imagined that, that was what I was going to do, was wear big hats and sort of run around on television.
And did you perform as solo acts ever? Did you do like stand-up and the
Yeah,
conventional
yeah.
stuff?
And that's
Yeah.
how we sort of met, really, on the circuit. doing stand-up, yeah.
And, but was it similar to the Boosh stuff? Because the Boosh stuff, it seems to be so much of a partnership. I can't imagine it being taken apart and being served up
we're
separately.
both doing quite surreal stuff.
Yeah,
but,
it's quite weird, wasn't it? A lot weirder than the show in a way.
But we sort of, when we first met, we kind of liked each other's comedy, but we didn't know that it would work. We didn't know whether it was going to cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Make,
Two weirds
make
make
sort
a,
of,
yeah.
a straight.
it might just become geography or something, or some
Or
other
drama.
sort of thing. But it worked for some reason because of our status, or I don't know.
We had quite good chemistry straight away.
I try
which is
not to analyse it too much, because I always, if you find out what it is, it just might not work anymore. You know what I mean?
The
Really?
magical gun.
Yeah.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel almost bad about this next thing I'm going to do now because my children are big fans of the Boosh and they were excited on the show and I wouldn't let them come along to see you this evening because the sort of stuff we talk about on the show, not so much me, but certainly guests like John Bowerman, you know, it's not appropriate for kids. And they said, oh, great, well, can we give you a present to give Mighty Boosh? And they gave me this hat to give to you,
that is
which I think is
cool.
very much your cup of tea.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And
How cool is
so
that?
they bought the thing, and that was all they gave me. I mean, I did say the hat and they went, the hat.
You've still got
You
the
can't-
little ticket thing on the back.
You can't have a go though, because your hair's
Yeah.
too greasy.
But I went out and got you this.
You were more like Tom Cruise in that one as well, actually.
He's got.
He does look quite... It's actually about life size for Tom Cruise, actually.
Oh,
Hey, the pink hat suits you.
Does it?
Yeah, you like a hat, though, don't you?
I do like a hat. Yeah, I've got many hats.
Could we ask Julian to put the hat on for a minute?
Do you want to put it on?
I want to see you could look comfortable in the pink cowboy hat. Look at that. But you see, but now the handsomeness shines through. I can see him now as a handsome, roguish chap.
Yeah.
Perhaps a trucker with a CB. A long way from home, away from his wife, but thinking, why not wear a pink hat? All right?
Yeah,
Breaker, big buddy.
Yeah. He's got a, you know, he's a northern gardener. He's got the Sean Bean gene.
Sean Bean gene.
Yeah, you dirty cow.
Listen, guys, I'm thrilled you came on the show. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Noel and Julian, the Mighty Boosh. Miso, thank you very much indeed for indulging us. It was great. Thank you, it was great, thank you. See you later, guys. It's your hat. We'll give him the hat back.